Welcome to In the Kitchen with Dinah. Today we're making cream of wheat.
Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen, I know. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Gonna taste good, I know.
Well, you heard me right. We are going to make some cream of wheat, and we're using some fresh milled flour. And I want to talk about that for a second. If you've got leftover flour from any of your recipes or want to grind some fresh in your Nutri-Mill, your Wonder Mill, any mill that you have, you can just do it on a coarser grind. Now mine, I realized that I don't need to. I was just playing around with it one day and used some leftover that I had, and it made it delicious. It was just super creamy because I had ground my flour finer. So if you have a texture issue, I would say if your grinder will grind it more coarse, do so. But if you're using leftover grain, so we had Einkorn pancakes, for instance, this morning. I had a tiny bit left, and I'm just going to make some hot cereal with it. Now for me, I grew up eating cream of wheat and oatmeal and all the hot cereals, and I really enjoy them. But when I made this with my fresh milled wheat, it was so satisfying. You could taste how dense the nutrition was in it, and so I wanted to share it with you today. It is super easy, it's really fast, and you already have it because you've got your wheat, so you've got instant breakfast. So it just takes a couple minutes on the stove, so let's go over there and we'll get it cooking. So the only thing that you need to remember when making cream of wheat is the ratio is 1 to 3. So 1 part flour to 3 part liquid. Kind of different than rice, but I'm only making one. I'm going to turn on my fire here. I'm only making 1 serving, so I have 3/4 cup, and this is half milk, half water. I'm going to put that in the saucepan. I'm going to put some salt in it, and then we just want to bring this to a simmer. And you'll need a whisk because you're going to whisk it like you mean it so that it's not lumpy. And then I have some fresh fruit and brown sugar to finish it off with. And it is so yummy. I had it for breakfast the other morning, and it holds you over. It doesn't burn off like all the other cereals just because it is the whole grain, high protein, all the fiber, all the goodness of the bran, and everything in your fresh milled wheat. So this is more flour than you're going to need. I had just dumped whatever was left that I didn't need for the pancakes in here. So we're going to need 1/4 cup flour to 3/4 cups liquid. And I like half milk, half water. It just gives it a richer flavor. Then I have a little container. I keep whatever leftovers in the freezer of my fresh ground flour so it stays fresher. And I'll just pull some out if I want a little bowl of cereal or something in the morning. But this is great because, I mean, you've got your grains probably in your pantry in their glass jars or your big buckets. And boy, you can have cereal anytime. Hopefully your kids will love it. I think it's pretty great. So my sides and whatnot are starting to bubble here. I've got some salt in there. So we're just going to start whisking and put in a tablespoon at a time. You can do 2 things at once. And we're just going to cook it until it thickens. So if your flour is coarser, it's going to take a little longer. That is really hot. There's 2. Let's get 1 more tablespoon. Just keep whisking because it will get lumpy if you don't keep whisking it. Probably more like malt oatmeal since it's got the bran and the germ in it. And then I just turn it down. See, it's starting to bubble, and now it's just going to get thick. So I just keep whisking it. So the finer the grind, the quicker your cereal is going to be ready. And if it's coarser, it's just going to take longer. You just want to cook it till it's nice and thick. I'm going to just turn it down to low here and let it simmer for a minute. All right, so we have salt in there, and I like to add a tiny bit of vanilla to it. Just gives it some nice flavor. Just a tiny, tiny bit. Give that a whisk. You can sprinkle some cinnamon in there if you'd like, or you can put nuts in here because I'm going to throw some berries on top. The other thing that I really like is just to give it a little pat of butter. So really small amount. And as always, I will leave the description or the recipe in this description below. All right, so this is looking really good. I got my butter in there. It's nice and thick. It's nice and creamy. It looks just like malted meal. It smells amazing. Now, my husband does not like cream of wheat. He has never liked cream of wheat, and he really liked this. So let's go back over to the island, and I'll show you how I plate it up and how I have it for breakfast. We've got it. I'm just going to pour it into the bowl. And if you want it thicker, you can totally add more grain to it. And now I'm just going to take some brown sugar, sprinkle that over it. You can put some cinnamon in there. That makes it look really delicious. And then I just put some fresh berries with it, just because I like a little texture. And there you go. You've got it. Now, if you want, you can also drizzle some milk or something on here. But there you go. You've got your super fast, super nutritious, so delicious cream of wheat for breakfast using your fresh milled flour. You guys, thanks for joining me in my kitchen today. I hope you guys try this for breakfast with your family. I think they'll really like it. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you on the next episode. Are you going this way or are you going the other way?
I probably will go around. So just know that there's a lot of transit time.
Okay.
Everything looks so orderly. It's nice.
Here, I could even make it more orderly.
And then I'll back up so everyone can see how nice it is.
What should I say?
Well, I mean, we keep joking that it tastes like food. I'm a texture guy. If I can handle it, it's pretty awesome. Of course, you dress it up.
I know. Yeah, well, you dress up oatmeal too.
Yeah,
I mean, you could eat it plain.
Gross.
Gonna taste good, I know.